Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body, like storm clouds. Feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces, October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides. Interesting. Your heart is really speaking for itself right now, which is really quite beautiful. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. One bonus card. And let's see what your chakra energy has to say. Pisces, October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides. All right. So these three right here. Fantastic. The energy around you. Okay, so what I felt from the singing bowl, because the singing bowl got a little bit soft, there with its song, is that, claiming your voice, claiming what you want, claiming the passion, the power as you move forward might be a bit difficult for you, Pisces. You might think, ooh, I should tread kind of lightly here. But you're also going to have this force of will, this force of determination, this force of heart that is around you that makes you claim where you want to stand, that makes you claim what you desire, the way that you're moving forward, that makes things a lot more clear. So yeah, we start with the I Am Presence, which is my favorite chakra card. It is saying here, what is your narrative? What is your presence within the story of your life? Because this is the story of your existence. Is it, I'm strong, I am powerful, I am prosperous, I am bountiful, I am a success? Or is it, I am sad, I am scared, I am alone, I am overwhelmed, I don't know how I will move forward, and I don't know if I can? What resonates more truly with you? And why I state this, and I know people say, oh, don't say the negative. But sometimes when we hear people say what we are thinking, it kind of hits home that we are thinking it. Because when it's just simply in our heads. It's just between us and our mind. It's just our thoughts. It doesn't really mean anything, but it does. It is the crown that you are wearing as you face the world. Every single one of us is a child of divinity, a crown upon our heads and truth within our hearts. So here, as you are embracing your crowned self, what crown are you wearing? Does it reflect you as an individual? Is it beautiful? Is it prosperous? Is it bountiful? Is it tarnished? Is it broken? Is it decaying? Where is your crown? And what is your crown? It doesn't have to be elaborate, but it can be. It doesn't have to be, oohing and ahhing over, but it can be. What is your I am presence? And as you claim this I am presence, know that I am enough. When I first started to say this to myself, I got unreasonably angry at it. I thought, I am not enough. There is so much that I need to succeed at. There is so much that needs to get done. I am barely even adequate. What do you mean I am supposed to say I am enough? But here's the thing. In this moment, in this stage of your journey, you are enough. You have the power to you to move yourself forward, to conquer what needs to be conquered, and to see what needs to be seen. Embrace the I am presence, because it is powerful and it wants itself to be known to you. And then Pisces, you have inner strength. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is embracing your inner strength, a cracking open, of the hibernation that you have been in, of the fear, of the doubt, of the anger, of the upset, and embracing your strength, your power, your wisdom, and your determination. Your inner strength is coming forward and letting itself be known. And you are seeing where it is that you are supposed to be guided to, where it is that you are supposed to be. This isn't being lackadaisical or passive in your life. This is a time of claiming your voice, your truth, your passion, and your desire. And then it moves you to clarity with the third eye chakra. It moves you to a clarity of self, a clarity of purpose. And it doesn't mean that you will have this clarity every moment of every day, though I do wish that upon you most definitely. But it does mean that you start to see things more clearly, more openly, more honestly, more truthfully, more powerfully. It does mean that in moments, you're like, oh, that's what it meant. In moments, you will have clarity come to you, kind of like the ringing of a bell, the chiming of truth. Clarity comes in, and power moves you forward. There is a clarity of purpose here, and there is a clarity of determination that is opening up your third eye, and that is having you see things so much more honestly and so much more powerfully for you than you have seen them before. The left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is your public arena. And then we have your bonus card. So it starts off with death. Scorpio energy, a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. You have this lightning bolt with the inner strength coming in around your chest, right? Your heart is opening up. Your passion is opening up. Who you once were is dying away to be replaced by who you are now. And that can be something that we mourn for ourselves. We sit there and think, oh, I'm not going to be the person, or I'm not the person that I once was. But we never are. Even when we go to sleep at night and we wake up the next day, which is, we're kind of as close to the person we were the day before, in this present moment. But we're not the same. We're different. We have different choices to make, different ways to do things. It is an embrace of your transformation that you are doing. And it's knowing that you are constantly transforming. And then you have the Ace of Swords come in. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of knowledge, a gift of understanding, a gift of passion, a gift of cutting to the truth and the heart of the matter. You have the Ten of Pentacles, wealth that lasts for generations. Now, I would love this to be, a windfall, a lottery winning, money just comes in. That would be awesome. That really would be awesome. But the Ten of Pentacles can be wealth, or it can be something you value as much as money, coming into your life and being passed down for generation to generation. It doesn't mean that you have to have children or anything like that. It does mean that the way that you address the world affects those around you, and it changes the way that they address the world. Four of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of prosperity, is handing you a gift of bounty, right? And it's not going to be in the most beautiful cup that you had ever seen. It is going to be in a very subtle, very beautiful, and very profound way. And it's not going to be where you're used to looking for things. The world opens up to your heart. Oh, wow. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. So the world opens up to you emotionally. But you... Okay, so I'm going to be blunt here. You have a pauper's mentality, okay? When the world opens up to your heart, you are so used, Pisces, to being disappointed. This could be romantically. This could just be, your heart was opened up to the way you thought life would be, and then life kind of kicked you in the teeth, and now you don't trust it. And it's feeling out in the cold. It's feeling overwhelmed. It's doubting. It's fearing. But you have the King of Wands coming in, your passion, your power, your beauty. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your passion coming forward, and it leads you to blessings. You have to, and it's a have to. And I know that that's an intense, phrase to use, but you have to face the fears that keep you in this pauper's mentality within your heart. Okay, it can be reliving a time within your mind, a very emotional time for you where you lost it all. I've been there. I know it. I know it can play over and over and over and over again in your heart and break your heart into a million different pieces and make you doubt that you could ever move forward, make you doubt that you could ever get there. That has to be addressed. It has to. Because you have the King of Passion at your heart. Ten of Swords. You have the Ten of Prosperity here. Public arena, it's a bit of a battle. It really is. It's not going to be the easy road that we want, okay? But it's looking at all the pain and all the hardships and all the disappointments that we have been through. You are the knight. You are the defender of your heart, of the way that you move forward, of what it is that you desire. And you are moving forward calmly and connectively, embracing it, embracing where you stand and what you stand for. It moves you forward to the Fool. Okay? And it moves you forward to starting your hero's journey, starting your path. And then it brings you to being a student of your prosperity. Four of Pentacles. You do have vampiric energy around you that makes you think, I am not worthy of wealth, or makes you feel like you have to hold on to what you have because it can fall through the cracks in your fingers really, really quickly. It can also be that, people around you kind of there's this negative energy. It doesn't have to be that the person is around you anymore. It could be a person that had an influence in your life, of course, but just this leeching away of the prosperity that comes. So that definitely has to be addressed. You have the repeat of the number 4, which is divinity saying, take care of yourself. Most definitely. You're permeated by the knowledge that is coming your way, cutting through doubts and fears, moving you forward. I don't see you taking it quite yet. It might come in your subconscious card, which we'll see at the end. Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020, Pisces. Who will aid Pisces? October 1st to the 15th, 2020, Pisces. Who will aid Pisces? October 1st to the 15th, 2020, Pisces. Who will aid Pisces? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Ooh, and spirit guides. Ooh, fantastic. You have 4 coming forward. That's awesome. So you have the Princess of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who cuts through doubts and fears. This can be somebody who has a very youthful energy to them or who is young themselves. And they are showing you a way forward, a way of knowledge, a way of understanding, a way of looking at things that is quite inventive, intuitive, but also very much cuts to the heart of the matter. And remember with the people who aid you, also later on when we look at the people to be mindful of, you don't have to know these people in real life, but they are there and their energy is affecting you. You have the Hierophant. This is a Taurus energy. April 20th to May 20th is the time frame. Stubborn, okay? Tauruses, I don't know, are stubborn, but there is a sense here, like you might find them very kind of bullheaded, right? But they are going to be pushing you towards the direction of your success. They are putting pieces together for you that you might not have seen. They are passionate. They are determined. They are calling forth, power, and they're calling forth your power. And you're looking at things so differently than you had before because of their, force forward. It's just like, I just keep on seeing this bull kind of, it's not like, running you down or like a bullfight or anything like that. It is this bull, like you're standing here and this bull is like nudging you forward. It's like, okay, let's go. You have to move. And then we have the Hermit, which is a Virgo energy, time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. It is somebody who turns inwards towards their light, towards their truth, towards their passion, towards their understanding. And because they walk so purely in their light, they are going to inspire you to walk in yours. They also are going to help you clarify your light. And we have the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you have a young air sign energy or a more youthful air sign energy coming forward, and then you have a more mature air sign energy coming forward. It can be the same air sign energies. In some instances, they can be more youthful, in some, or more kind of carefree, and in other instances, they are very determined, very focused, very mature as they handle things. And so this Queen of Swords, you might find this person to be a bit aloof, a bit maybe even arrogant, you might think, but they have this sense of moving towards their goals. They are the warrior queens. She's the warrior queen, the King of Swords is the warrior king, and they're not going to put up with nonsense or bull because they move forward towards the beauty, towards the power that they want, and they listen to the wind. They listen to their element. They know really where they shine, and they're going to listen to what helps them shine, and they're going to help you hear what helps you shine. And I hope that makes sense, because what Spirit is saying here, it's like when you are in your element, okay, they are in the element of air. And if you can see here, I always thought the Queen in this deck, I'm always very interested to how people depict the Queen of Swords, because air sign energies can be depicted rather negatively. And so here, I thought, oh, I don't like her. She's so arrogant. She really looked arrogant to me. And then one day I was using these cards, and I was like, oh my gosh, Dane, she's not arrogant. This is the wind blowing her, and she has to sit up, straight in her chair, because that's what the wind is making her do. And she's literally being caressed, guided, and informed by her element. And that is what somebody is going to help you really step into, your element, yourself. And it shows the transformation. It really does. This can be, Spirit saying growing up. Now, I don't mean that offensively at all, but I do see this as a transformation from the person that you once were to the person that you need to be. And it might be painful, because as we transform, it usually is. But it's also inspiring. It is also powerful. It is also beautiful. And so with the Death card, this dying away of the old self, this rebirth of the new, it's really crowning you here, because you have the 10 of Swords, which is my minor arcana Death card. And as you have this transformation, as you have this passion, this knowledge, this beauty moving you forward, you're seeing things so much more openly for yourself than you were before. You're not being held back by the same constraints, the same restraints that were with you once upon a time, or even yesterday. And as you have this transformation, and even this mourning process, it's like, okay, life is not the way I thought it was going to be. And that's hard. That is hard. Especially when, you have the 5 of Pentacles coming in, and you have the 4 of Pentacles, and it's like, it's been such a hard road. Financially, prosperity, looking at yourself as a prosperous individual, instead of looking at yourself with so much more road to go. Because we have these plans for ourselves, and we make them when we're young, when, 5 years seems like a heck of a long time, and unimaginable, And so here, with the 10 of Swords, and here with the Death card, it might be letting go of those dreams. It's not saying that they will never come true, but letting go to the time restraint we had on them, saying, in divine time, not my time, I will rise. But I will work my tush off in order to get me there. I am cutting through the doubts and the fears and the apprehensions and the negativity that others spoke over me, that kept me small, that kept me fighting for somebody else's dream and not my own, that kept me looking at things negatively instead of positively, that made me feel like I was always going to be starting 10, 15, 100 miles back from where I wanted to be. And you cut through the doubts and the fears, and you see the prosperity coming in. You do. You see the blessings, you see the knowledge, you have a keen insight and keen understanding around you. The Ten of Pentacles says that there is prosperity. There is prosperity that will last for generations. And with this prosperity, again, it does not mean that, the jackpot is going to be hit, though I wish it did. It can mean that you see a contentment within yourself, a peace, a harmony, and you pass that on to the people around you, or you pass that on to your family, whomever it is. It is a sense of knowledge being gained, of something, either wealth or something as valuable as money, coming into your life and sustaining and moving forward, affecting and guiding. And it opens up a new chapter. Inwardly, here, you are opening up a new chapter to wealth, to prosperity, and to where it is that you want to be. And along the way, excuse me, you're going to kind of be sucker punched by the heart and by outside forces that make you think, I can't do this. I can't do this. The fact of the matter is, divinity is handing you a gift that says you can. It's not going to be what you expect. It's not going to be wrapped the way you think it should be. But it is going to be the gift that moves you forward, that brings you something more, that moves you to something greater. And it is quite astounding. Your heart is being opened. The world is opening to you in a way that you hadn't expected. You're seeing the limitations that held you back, not restraining you anymore. You are seeing things moving you forward in a way that is quite beautiful, quite truthful, quite honest, quite open. And as the world opens to you, and it doesn't mean that, you can go anywhere and do anything, especially right now in the world, everything is quite odd. But it does mean that you're looking at things and it's not as terrifying as it once was, as overwhelming as, oh my gosh. It's like, no, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. And this is how I'm opening myself forward in victory and in purpose and in freedom and in rejoicing. And then you get sideswiped because it's like, yes, 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 I'm going to do this. I'm doing this. My heart is opening. And it's like, no. Remember to be small. Remember that you had people stomp on your dreams. Remember that it is harder than you thought it was going to be. It is more stressful than you ever expected. Remember this. Why? Why? Every single person, if they are honest, has moments where they feel like they are nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? People might tell you, oh no, I never felt that way. They lie. We have our dark moments. The dark night of the soul is called. We have those times of despair and heartbreak and pain and disappointment, and sometimes they last for years, and sometimes it just feels like it's added and added and added and added. And it makes us feel like wealth is not a part of us, like prosperity is for others. It makes us feel like we can never move forward, and we'll never know the truth, and we'll never know where we're supposed to be, because it is just so gosh darn hard. And it breaks our hearts. It does, though. It breaks our hearts. Sorry, getting emotional here. It breaks our hearts into a million little pieces. And that's why here you are reborn, because you're not the same person. Because when you've known pain and disappointment, and when you've had your heart shattered, and when you've sat there in such despair as the cold comes around you, it makes you think, you just can't, can you? Look at this. The snow is falling around, frozen, breaking open, moving through that doorway. It is time. It is time. Your solar plexus, okay, you have gut feels for things. You have to listen to your gut, yes. But you also have to know that you are opening yourself. You're opening yourself to your dreams. You're opening yourself to your desires. You're opening yourself to moving forward. And it can be, maybe, for the first time in years, that you are having the strength to open yourself like this again. Because you have been so badly hurt. And as a water sign energy, as a Pisces, as somebody who understands fear, okay? And whose mission it is on this world to conquer this fear, but who runs in the waters of their soul so deeply. When you fail, when you fall down, it's so much more. And it can feel like it's so much more than for others. This is looking at the heartbreak, the pain, and the disappointment. And this is knowing that you are a warrior of your truth, of your passion, of where you want to stand and what you stand for. This is knowing that a new road is opening up and that you will be moving forward. The King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passion, determination, fire, truth. Okay? This is not being afraid to roll up your sleeves, to look at what needs to be done, and to go after where it is that you want to be and what it is that you stand for. This is the spark that gets you out of bed in the morning. This is the passion that moves you forward. This is the lion behind him and the Ouroboros here, the serpent eating his tail, the never-ending cycle. The never-ending cycle of passion, of triumph, of, of victories and failures, because they come hand in hand. Life isn't only about winning. We always have things, we always kind of, once we achieve one goal, right? We have a goal here, and it's like, oh, okay, I got here. We push it out just a little bit. It's human nature. We push it out just a little bit more. And that's what we do. And sometimes it's astoundingly scary. We get to where it is that we want to be. We get to our lifelong dream. And then now what? Now what? Now where do we go? And that can be absolutely terrifying. But as the king, you know that you move forward more. You know that you expand and see and understand and kind of branch out in ways that you hadn't expected. And it leads you to a beauty. It leads you to a beauty within your heart. It leads you to wishes being granted. It leads you to joys coming forward that you hadn't seen. And it's going to be very hard for you, Pisces, especially you, during this time, to see this beauty within you. Others will see it more easily. And you might actually find people getting really frustrated with you because they're going to see this gift being handed to you and you having so much potential. Okay? And it's almost like, well, what are you doing with it? How are you moving forward? And you're going to sit there and be like, hello, I'm having a 5 of Pentacles moment, like, leave me alone. It's hard enough. But they see you as a king. They do. They see you as having this fire, this passion, this brilliance, this beauty to you, this ability to shake and rock the world. Open your heart to it. Let your wishes come forward. See yourself as greatness. Pisces, there are people walking around in this world that think, excuse my language, but this is something my grandmother would say. They think they're hot shit, but they're really cold diarrhea. I mean, they just think that they are so gosh darn important. And for the life of you, when you meet them, you don't know why. There's a brilliance to you. Let it shine. Yes, things have not worked out as planned. They seldom do. They really seldom do. Nobody says that. Nobody's like, listen, you will have this dream of the future. You will think life should be a certain way. And you will work your life to get you there. But it will never be as beautiful as you dreamed. Sometimes, yes, you'll sit there and go, oh my gosh, this is better than I could ever have imagined. But a lot of times it falls short. Let yourself open up to the idea that your life moves forward. Not always the way that you had anticipated it, but in the way that divinity had guided it. The way that divinity had guided it, wanted it to be. And it moves forward for a brilliance and a beauty to you. You have the 10 of Swords. This is looking at all the hardships, all the disappointments, all the angers and all the upsets and all the battles you have been through. And this is seeing what you have learned. Seeing where you stand, what you desire, what you want, and where you want to be. It's taking the wisdom from it. And it's knowing that, yeah, life is hard. But you have learned so much. Okay? You have learned so much more than you ever thought you would. And take that knowledge from it. Has it been a battle? Absolutely. Has it broken your heart at times? Yeah, it has. Has it brought you to your knees? Absolutely. But your fears are because of it. And you have this unstoppable power behind you. It leads you to being a warrior, which is where you need to be, Pisces. And it might seem so absolutely contrary to what you believe in and what you want to be a warrior. You know, you might sit there and think, you know, I don't like being mean, or I don't like fighting. But this is a sense of taking your emotional desires, okay, taking your heart and saying, I will fight for you. I will fight for what I believe in. I will fight for me, to defend what I want, what I love, where I need to be. Opens up a door. It opens you up to a world to move forward in that you hadn't expected and hadn't anticipated. And it brings a fierceness. Now, you move slowly, okay? Most definitely. Because a river doesn't carve its path overnight. It takes time. But once you've carved that path, it cannot be erased. You're starting a new journey. And you might be kind of freaking out about it. But it's time to move forward on your hero's path. It's time to sit there and say, okay, it's time for me. It's time for me to take those steps. Now, here's the thing about starting a hero's path. Everybody laughs. Oh, how are you going to? And, you know, that's ridiculous. And, oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. You start this path and everybody laughs. But once you succeed, they all say, oh, I knew it. It doesn't mean that you're going to succeed the way that you thought you would. Let divinity guide you. All right? Let yourself be molded and, you know, guided in ways you hadn't anticipated. But let yourself walk forward. Stand in your truth. Know you will stumble and fall, as everybody stumbles and falls. But do not lose sight of your goals, and do not lose sight of you. It makes you a student of your prosperity. It makes you a student of the bounty that you are calling into your life. It has you looking at things differently. And it has you seeing the seeds that you are planting, seeing what it is that you want and how it is that you're moving forward, and, you know, what seeds that you want and where do you want to be. It's kind of like, okay, so you're planting a garden. You're not going to plant a garden of all vegetables that you do not like or all flowers that you hate the smell of. You're just not going to do it, especially, well, if you're planting a garden for yourself. If you're planting a garden for others, like, you know, you'll do what they like, right? But if you're planting a garden for yourself, you want it to be as pleasing to you as possible. And that's what the Pentacles say. Like, if you are taking in prosperity for you, you want it to be as pleasing to you as possible, to bring in the prosperity, to bring in the wealth, to bring in the bounty. And this is being a student of how to call that in. And it takes time, yes. It doesn't happen overnight. But as you are discovering it and as you are finding it, you are discovering and finding yourself. And you are releasing this negative energy that is holding you back and pulling you down. Visualize yourself surrounded by golden light. Hold a sword in your hand, right? And have your angel's hands come over yours. See yourself cutting through that golden light. See yourself cutting through it. And for a time, just sit in silence, connecting with your angels, connecting with the silence of your heart, connecting with the silence of the world, without the yelling, without the screaming, without the everything. And then see that golden light come back. But this time without the sewer sludge. This time without the nastiness that the world inflicts on us. Do that multiple times a day to recharge you, to energize you, to move you forward. Let's go deeper. Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020, Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Bonus card. And let's see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people Pisces is to be mindful of? October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Who are the people Pisces is to be mindful of? October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Who are the people Pisces is to be mindful of? October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. 3. So we start off with Aquarius. This is a time frame of January 20th to February 18th. This is a person very interested in themselves. This is a person who can kind of let the waters get out of hand. Okay? I'm just seeing them pouring into the water, into the river. And they could be pouring too much, or it could be like really hot or really cold. And they seem to be going from extremes and not wanting to take responsibility for things during this time. They're looking at what they wish for. They know what it is that they desire, but it's kind of like being scattered all over the place, trying to get there. And they can really scatter you from your path, from what you are looking for and what you want. We have the King of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a person, okay, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the King of Cups is, on his throne, on a rock, in the water, in the middle of the water. And he's a king of, yes, it's implied of, the kingdom of the land behind him. But in the depiction, he is simply a king of that rock. This is a person who, as we all are, only has control over themselves. Right now, they're not exhibiting control over their emotions, over themselves, over what they want, over, anything. And they have a power to them. They have a force to them because they're being represented as a king. But they're kind of throwing a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old. So this is going to be somebody you really need to be mindful of, because emotionally, they're just going to be so intense. So intense. And again, this is another person that you can easily get entangled in everything that is chaotic about them. Then we have the Death card, Scorpio energy. So you have a positive Scorpio energy, and here you have a negative Scorpio energy. This is somebody who's rather disinterested, walking between worlds, seeing things more deeply. It could be seeing things more deeply, but it can also be seeing things more differently. And they're just not interested in the way that you're moving forward, and they're only interested in their own transformation. Their transformation might seem like it mirrors yours a little bit, but it's not going to be the same, and it's going to lead you down a path that you don't want to go down. As you have this transformation here and you embrace your knowledge, your angels raise you up. Your hard work brings this prosperity. And the world opens to you. You started with the world opening. No, you have the world opening to you here, crowning you as you embrace this gift. And again, you have the world opening to you as you embrace this gift. It's going to not be the showiest gift in the world, but it is going to be absolutely spectacular. Again, you have the Death card. Now you have it over the world. So the world opens to you, not in the way that you expected. And you're having this dying away of the way that you expected the world to be, the way that you wanted the world to be within your heart, your soul, yourself. And you are transformed. Okay? Victory as you claim the kingliness of the Wands, as you claim your passion and your desire. The 5 of Swords reversed. This is awesome. So it's like battles are falling away. This is a karmic lesson learned. So that is really, 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 really cool. I like that. As you have, again, a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new, a knight, okay, a defender of what it is that you want. The sun shines in. Okay, the sun comes. Glory, happiness, joy, the happiest card in the whole entire deck. The Fool You're going to be very nostalgic as you move forward on your journey. Don't let yourself, fall into old patterns because of that. The Chariot, Cancer energy, time frame June 21st to July 22nd. As you become a student of your prosperity, you move forward in bounty, you move forward towards what you want in life, your passion, your desire, and you charge forward, full speed ahead towards what your heart wants. As you break this negative energy, this vampiric energy, you have a tower time. Things fall apart. You sit there and you push yourself out of your comfort zone because now it is time. Yeah, I love that. Ooh, I got chills. I got chills. Okay. I can hold them up one for one for you. You have the resurrection coming forward as you are transformed. The hard work paying off as the bounty comes. The world opening to you as you accept these gifts. Transformed. As the world opens and you're not being held back. This is a life lesson for you. It is a life lesson not to be held back, not to be kept small or quiet or, put in a box. You're just going to break the box. It's time to start celebrating yourself. It really is. It's time to start celebrating you. As a king, you can't be always negative on yourself. You can't sit there and say, oh, you should have done this better, you should have done that better. You'll never move forward that way. And so here it's starting to have a positive conversation with you, a positive, kind of, this is where you're heading. This is what you desire from life. This is where you need to be. Let's move forward this way. And bravo for getting it right. Bravo for having this passion, this power to guide you there. Not, oh, why didn't you get there sooner? It's like, yeah, we're here now. And that's awesome. Karmic lesson learned. Karmic lesson learned and celebrated. The sun shines on you. Okay? It shines on you in the public arena. People get jealous. They want to take you by ice. They can have their jealousy. Keep on moving forward. Okay? Keep on being that knight, that defender. You've ended a cycle when it comes to your mind. A way that you've thought about things before is not the way you will think about things now. 6 of Cups. Be very, very mindful as you move forward not to fall into old patterns, because you're going to want things to be like they were when. But when might not be as magnificent as you are remembering. But even if it was, it's in the past. And we can't go into the past. We just can't. We can only move forward. And we have to learn as individuals, as human beings, to enjoy the present. And it moves us to the Chariot. It moves us to a celebration, to a ferocity of heart and of spirit and determination. Let's see what your spirit animal message is. Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. October 1st to the 15th, 2020 Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, okay. So what I love about the spirit animal cards is that when you see these animals in real life or an image of them, these are your angels and your spirit guides tapping you on the shoulder, saying, remember this message, Pisces. So you have this one spirit. Take a deep dive, okay? It's time to dive deep. There we go. It's time to dive deeper into what it is that you want. It's time to dive deeper into what your heart desires and where your soul wants to be. It's time to dive deep. It's time not to just kind of skim the surface and say, okay, that's enough. Superficially say, okay, everything's good. It's time to dive deep and go after that. Then brings you the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Love is all around you, Pisces. And you need to claim that love. You do. Even if you're going to sit there and say, Dean, love is not all around me. There is nobody else here. There are your angels. There are your spirit guides. Connect. Connect and believe. Believe in you. And see and fall in love with yourself. We as human beings, we want somebody else to really love us. To just tell us how absolutely marvelous we are. Because it's awesome. I mean, it really is awesome. Who doesn't want that? But as we go out into the world, and as, things get harder and things change, even when we're little and you have, like, if you were blessed enough to have your mom tell you you were awesome, or you have that person tell you you're awesome, you tend to think, oh, well, that's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. They didn't have to. They don't have to at all. You realize that as you get older. But we negate, a lot of times, the love that is around us. And we want it to be from people who might never love us. It's time to start loving ourselves. Because as much as, again, it is awesome to find that person who sits there and says, you're a rock star, I believe in you forever and always, I will always be your champion and your cheerleader and everything like that, they won't. Times will get hard, people get familiar with each other. It doesn't always work that way. So we have to be that strength for ourselves. And it's not always what we want to do, right? But it is necessary. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the peacock spirit. Let it shine. Let your heart shine. Let your passion shine. Let your beauty shine. And move forward in that truth. Your subconscious people message is the Queen of Wands. You have that barn fire burning behind you. You have the cat that says, claim your independence, claim your truth and move forward. You have the King of Wands right at the heart of you. You have the Queen of Wands subconsciously here saying, yes, you can. Claim your passion, claim your brilliance, claim your truth, and move forward in it. Your subconscious chakra message is forgiveness, the heart chakra. It's the hardest thing. Now, it can be forgiving others, not, wanting to sit down and break bread with them and say, oh, this is awesome. But a forgiveness saying, you know what, you don't get the right. And you don't have the power to hurt me anymore. But it's also a forgiveness of ourselves, which is the hardest part. The forgiving of being angry and frustrated and cruel to ourselves. And being able to move forward in passion and power. And saying, I did the best that I could. Even if that best might not have been good enough. And you would do different things differently now. It's a forgiveness. And it's knowing that you only have the present. The future is unknown and the past already happened. And it is clearing the heart. And it is astoundingly powerful to do so. And claiming the soul for what you want, for what you desire. And it's lightening the heart chakra as you move forward in that truth. And I think I skipped the Tower. Because you're going to find, once you release the negativity, the stuckness of the Tower, which I see the Tower as divinity saying you're stuck, and I'm kicking you out of your comfort zone. That stuck starts to shadow. And as the stuck shatters, as the comfort zone falls away, because it doesn't have to be actually being comforted or comfortable in the comfort zone. It's just what you know. It's what's safe. And you are moving forward to something so much more glorious than simply safe, than simply like, this is bearable. I can, survive type of thing. It's time to thrive. Your subconscious tarot message is the Six of Cups. Subconsciously, astoundingly nostalgic. Looking at things and thinking, okay, they were better when. Don't let that be the pattern, always. Be nostalgic, yes. Look at things, say, okay, this is what I want. Like, if you had something that was really beautiful and you're like, that's what I want in my life again. But make sure you're not thinking of a fairy tale. Only remembering the really good parts and leaving out the bad. But this can also be the negativity that was spoken over you when you were small. Right? This can also be the doubts and the fears that were honed into you, that you inherited. And this is saying it's time to let those go. It's more than time to let them go. It is a time to claim your beauty and your truth in the world that you want to walk in the world that you are making for you. And it brings you deeper into your subconscious. with the Lovers. And this is a repeat of the number 6. Okay, so subconsciously, you are nurturing and you are caring for yourself as you move forward. Lovers is a Gemini energy, May 21st to June 20th. This is falling in love with your life, falling in love with yourself, resuming your passion, your beauty, your fire, your truth. This is questioning and embracing dualities and diving deeper, and you're going to see it as flitzing from idea to idea, but it's gaining knowledge, gaining understanding, and it's kind of like a bee, gathering up the pollen to make the honey taste sweeter. And that is what you're doing. And your angels are guiding you as you do so. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. Sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in peace, in harmony, and in power, knowing our worth and releasing the past. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.